Hello, Martians! Today we are talking Bioshock Infinite. Now, we normally talk politics and Bioshock, but in Bioshock Infinite we're going to go slightly left of field because pretty much the politics of Bioshock look far too much to me like the American election. We have a white nationalist, we have a rebellion that pretty much likes to eat and kill its own or everybody or anybody who doesn't look like them. I'm sorry, it just sounds too much like the American election. So, seeing as I don't want to cover the American election anymore, everybody's done. It's 2016. We're done with the American election. Let's hope for a better 2017. Yes. So, the issue that we talked through with Bioshock Infinite was another such issue, a little bit left field in terms of the politics, which is the bird and the cage. And you, being you, came up with a rather different interpretation of the bird in the cage than I thought. So, okay, so the bird in the cage.
Thinking I was going to answer.
Well, okay, bird in the cage. Let's outline what the bird in the cage is. The bird in the cage is, supposed to be representative of, are you the bird? Are you free as the bird? Or are you in the cage? Are you doing what you're told? Are you a millennial who does what you're told? No, because millennials never do what they're told. Let's face it. Millennials just tell everybody what to do. They don't do the listening. They do the telling. Sound like my parents. Oh my God, my children are my parents? Ooh. Anyway, what was your interpretation? Go.
Both.
Both.
Yeah, both.
So explain this both. Because I'm having a little trouble here working out the difference between freedom and the cage. Because we sort of did talk this through.
Yeah. Well, for me, the reason it's both is because you can't get away from the cage.
Oh.
Even if you remove yourself from society, you still have a cage in the fact that you need to eat, breathe, that sort of thing. And if you do live in society, you have to go to work, you have to pay taxes. You still have to eat and breathe and all that fun stuff.
What are you saying? You can't just drop out?
No.
But that's not how it's presented.
No.
That's not.
No.
You can be a rebel.
Shh.
You can live off your own resources.
Can I explain the bird?
Okay. Go.
The whole living off your own resources means you have a lot more limited resources to actually live off and you don't get to choose those resources.
But what if you're born a multi-billionaire?
You still have your own cage in that you have to act within a certain way, within society's rules, and blah, blah, blah. But the freedom bit comes in that you get to choose what you enjoy. What is your sort of release from the world? Whether it's fishing, whether it's movies, your favourite kind of food that you treat yourself to every now and then.
Ah, but isn't that part of the cage, potentially? Because we are saying that cage is a cage of our own making. We have to eat, we have to as in society builds this cage. But I think one of the things you're saying here that is quite interesting is the idea that we build a cage ourselves. We live in we are a cage.
Yeah.
I like this idea so much, this idea that we are a cage, that I got back to writing my book stuff. I actually got to being author stuff. And I am using this as the central theme of the book that I'm working on with Simon, which was a book that pre-existed. We had worked on it, but basically I'd hit a brick wall and said, no, this sucks. And when I heard that concept, I went, you know what? The idea that we live in a cage is a fascinating one. So I'm going to write a book on it.
Yay!
So there you go. So there you go, Martians. That's the politics of the day. You live in a cage. You've created that cage for yourself.
Oh dear.
Society creates a cage for you. In fact, the world is just all cages. So, in the comment section, please list all the ways in which you actually are the bird, where you've broken out of your own cage, where you are doing something that is unpredictable for you. Let us know. Thank you, Phoenix.
That's okay.
And that is our important talking point for Bioshock Infinite. Are you the bird or are you the cage? Or are you a little of both? Bye, everyone.